So if I fell out of a plane and landed on E3, the one thing I'd want to keep with me would be my water bottle, because skydiving is thirsty work, and so is hosting. I'm going to be doing a lot of live show demo hosting. Throat gets parched, and a little water bottle here, it's trusty, keeps me hydrated, keeps me sane. Also gives me that little edge because it's not BPA free, so I know that my life is on the line every time I drink from it. So, you know, it just makes me feel alive and makes those demos extra exciting.
I mean, I pack a lot of stuff, but there's one thing I really need, and I hope TSA lets me on because it's a tricky one. I have a knife. It's how I cut to the front of the line at E3.
All right, the one thing I can't live without at E3 is this thing. It's coffee. And it's unfortunate that I've heard that most coffee in America is balls, because I'm going to be staying up all night and I'm going to drink a lot of it.
The map of the convention center.
I need to have my underwear.
If I lost my luggage, then at the airport I would be picking up some vitamin pills, because for about a week I will not be seeing any fresh fruit or vegetables and feeling thoroughly rotten.
Well, the one thing I'd have to have during E3 is my hairbrush. I love my hairbrush, and my hairbrush loves me. Without it, I don't look professional. My hair gets all over, going every which way.
So I bring this little bottle. It's called Dry Claw, and what it does is it physically stops your body from being able to perspire. And in a convention center that's full of nothing but sweaty mans, it's the most amazing thing to be able to go up to PR, boldly shake their hand, point to where you've just come from, point to where you're about to go, and do so without spraying them with a mountain of stank, like the inside of a butt.
All right, so of course we're going to need clothes and things like that, but the thing that I think I'm going to need the most to get through E3 is this. It's the AeroPress, which is a little compact coffee press thing.
So if there was one thing I needed for E3, if I lost all my luggage, it would have to be socks. We're doing a lot of walking around. It's probably gonna be a little sweaty and stinky in there, and I gotta do my part to not contribute to that.
The thing that would make me cry if I did not have it at E3 would be these socks. So I have incredibly smelly feet. I'm not sure if my colleagues have ever noticed, but I basically wear the same pair of shoes everywhere. And they're skate shoes and they don't breathe very well, so when I've been walking around for quite a lot, these tend to smell quite badly, so lots and lots of pairs of socks, and also this GIMP mask.
I would definitely pick a razor, not like a bladed, like sharp, like weapon sort of thing. I'm talking about just a shaving razor, because in E3 you're gonna feel disgusting all the time. Everything is hot and humid and sweaty, and all the things you're gonna be doing, too many people around, maybe you're drinking a little too much, maybe you're really stressed. You just want some way to feel like an average human being, and that is just getting rid of all the stubble off your face and just feeling clean.
Okay, I couldn't live without this. Candy, sugar, because as anyone who's ever been to E3 can testify, there is never any time to eat any food, and rather than passing out in front of a developer while doing an interview, I carry around a giant bag of candy. So if I lost this, I'd probably be dead.
Outside the laptop, I guess the thing I need most for E3 is the heroin.
I think so. So at night when I need to recharge my batteries and remember why I love games, I need to go back to my hotel room and play some DuckTales. I mean, I think a poet put it best when he said, life is like a hurricane here in San Francisco, or as I like to call it sometimes, Duckburg. Or, you know, race cars, lasers, airplanes. It's a duck blur. You might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, ooh.
So my one thing at E3 is reminiscent of something that I experienced for the first time at E3 2006. There were three things that happened. First E3, there was the Wii and the PlayStation 3 for the first time I'd seen, and also I came across something called Mountain Dew, and ever since, it's been the one thing that I, really always make sure I get at E3.
The first E3s I went to, like for 3 in a row, I got sick every time. And so if there's one thing, oh God, I mean, it would probably, this sounds really stupid, but it would probably be cold medicine. It would be like NyQuil.
So if I lost my luggage at E3, and disclaimer, I have never been to E3, I feel like the one thing I would really need is Sackboy. And the reason is, if I had to go see a developer, say David Cage for example, if if I'm gonna go see him, he would be so combined with the emotions of confusion and endearment from seeing Sackboy that he would just start spilling out with the new twists of Quantic Dream's new title. So yeah, it's a game changer.
Oh, my laptop. Yeah, I will die without it.
Literally, you will die. Perish.
It'll be like some sort of blood clot, and I'll just fall down.
Definitely a hat. Definitely need a hat.
A pair of headphones because it gets pretty noisy on the show floor and you need a little bit of time away from the show, and a pair of sunglasses just because when you spend as much time as we do under the harsh neon lights, when you go out at the end of the day in the US summer, it's awfully bright out there.
Something to help me survive, in which case I would say one of those carts that cooks hot dogs. That way I could just go out to the front of the convention center and I could just cook hot dogs for a living.
Is 5-hour energy. Can you see 5-hour energy? I need it. I usually only work in 5-hour bursts, so it keeps me awake because it is a fairly stressful time for a games journalist at E3. So we need all the help we can get. And this thing gives you hours of energy now with no crash later. It's sugar-free, that's important, and it's got 4 calories only.
The one item I would be distraught without at E3 is actually a cuddly toy rat called Furry Rat Companion. My brother bought him for me as a joke present when I was briefly homeless, and since then he's gone on every single press trip with me. He's even been to Gamescom and Serbia.
Pants. You don't want to be at E3 without pants. I've been there, done that. It's not pretty. They don't like it. Nobody likes it. But I'll take that back. Some people can get away with not wearing pants at E3, but most of those people are paid to be at E3 not wearing pants. I'm not one of those people.
I would say this pen and this pen, because on one end it's a pen and on the other end it's a squidgy stylus thing, and I like writing notes by hand, and I can do that and I can write it on my iPad and then it shoots it off to Evernote. So I'm going to be hosting the second stage D3 and I need to make lots of notes so I can remember who the hell it is that I'm talking to and what they're supposed to be saying. So the more things where I have notes that I understand, the better.
My one favorite thing at E3 is this guy right here, Tom McShay.
Oh no, am I going in the luggage again, Sean?
You're going in the luggage again. Oh. You know what they say, it saves us money on travel, so you gotta get in the luggage. Get in the suitcase.
I get to slide down the slide at the end and go around on the ferry-go wheel.
We lost the slide budget this year.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, that's
you're just
painful.
You're just gonna get tossed from the airplane onto the tarmac, and we're supposed to go pick you up. We hired a guy. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. I would be very sad if I didn't have Tom at E3.
I don't know. A gun so I can kill myself? I don't know.